What's up, people? Mr. Grind and Shine back again with part 2 of how to get started in the dump truck business. We're glad you could join us once again to give you the game on how to get started in the dump truck business part 2. Hopefully you viewed video number 1. Hope you've liked and subscribed to this channel. Any comments or questions you may have, put it in the comment section. I'll be glad to reply in a timely fashion. Again, hit that subscribe button for content that's going to be forthcoming even from now and going forward about how to get started, different facets of the dump truck business. All right, getting started. We talked last time about getting started in the dump truck business. You've got your CDL now. You've researched the business, you've established an LLC, you've got your EIN number from the IRS, and so now you're getting ready to take that next step. You've got your name, because when you establish an LLC, you have to have a business name, a registered agent, all that good stuff. And you've got your articles of organization, which simply in your establishing LLC just simply shows how you're structured. Typically, you do that with your Secretary of State's office as well. I don't think I mentioned that in the last video where you established that LLC at, but it's at your Secretary of State's office. Now, moving on now, since you've all set up, ready to go, you've got that EIN number. Now you move to setting up a business bank account. Go to your local bank or either whoever you decide to bank with and set up a business account. Now, there are going to be some things they're going to ask for. You got to bring that articles of organization showing where you established that LLC, and they're going to want that EIN number that you got from the IRS. Cannot set it up without that EIN number and those articles of organization. So when you go to the bank, be sure that you got those documents with you, of course your ID or whatever, and they're going to set you up right good at any bank with those documents. Order your checks, put money in your account, whatever you're going to do, how you're going to handle that part. But now you are fully ready with that part of it, an established business in that particular state or whatever. You're good to go. So set up that account. Now, you got your account set up. Now, what's that next step? What I would do again now at this point, and has done when I started, was make contacts again about work. I said in the first video about people who to talk to about work. All right, at this point, you still haven't bought a truck. All right, because I want you to do your due diligence with all of this stuff. And before you make that big purchase of substantial amount of money, you've done all the homework that you need to know. At this point, again, I go back and talk to those same guys and owners and operators of trucks or drivers, or I'll talk to some new guys. And I would talk to them about the work. You know, who are they working for? And most guys, I'm sure, will give you names and numbers, companies that they're working for, and those kinds of things. Talk to them about where's the work at lately or right at this moment, things that they may know that are coming up. All right. And so when those guys, and it would be good also to network with those guys, get those guys' number. It would be good at this point to go ahead and have you some business cards made up because you got your name. So you ought to be able to get some business cards made up with your information. Give those exchange cards, give those guys your number. You get their number because it's going to be important for your success to network. All right. And then as they've given you company names or either you make contact with those companies that perhaps they're working for. And you tell them, let them know you got you can talk to them really in the manner that you already got a truck, and you'll find a lot more success. You know, hey, I've got a truck. What do you have, or whatever? Or if you want to just say getting a truck, in the process of getting a truck, which would be true, you know, can I work for you? What's required, right? And most of them going to give you some paperwork or a stack of papers that you have to fill out, which is basically your information, their guidelines, what's required of you, all that kind of stuff, W-9, how they pay, how much they pay, all that kind of stuff, right? All right, and so those contacts you find from other truckers and owners that are already in business is going to be valuable, all right? But the next thing you can do, if you're in the city and you see quarry yards, or what we call here limestone yards, they sell limestone. That's going to be a place where trucks haul off that yard. They need trucks to haul their material. Typically, most yards don't have assigned trucks that are leased to them to do that every day. And so it's a first come, first serve type of thing. At least that's how it is here. And so you can go to those yards. Hey, look, got a truck, want to haul for you guys. What's required? They'll give you the paperwork, let you know, what you need to do. Same thing with dirt pits. Go to dirt pits. Pits, which are places that dig dirt and haul dirt to job sites. Key thing to understand about in the dump truck business, which is a part of the construction business, everything that's pretty much built has to have dirt involved in it, right? That's the foundation. Before concrete can be poured, dirt has to be hauled in, dirt has to be laid, dirt has to be stripped off, right? And so it's good to get in with dirt pits. All right, same thing. What do what's required? I want to work for you guys. I got a truck, right? They're going to ask you what kind of truck you got, blah, blah, blah. All right. And at this point, let me go ahead and tell you that here what's big is triaxle dump trucks, 3 axles. Some may know it by, but we call them triaxles. Very few people are using tandems on this end. We use triaxles. Those are the big construction dump trucks, or even quads. All right, that's the trucks that companies, the big construction companies, road construction companies, asphalt construction companies, that's what they're looking for. All right. Another place that you want to contact, or a method that you can use to research work, is to take your local yellow pages or white pages, look in the back of those pages and look for construction companies, look for dirt pits, look for asphalt companies, those kind of companies in your phone book. Get you a tablet, make a list of all those companies. And what you do, you need time to do this one day when you're not doing anything. Make time, because this is important, because you're trying to get into business. Sit down and write down all those companies' names and numbers. And then one by one, you call those companies, and you're just going to ask them 2 or 3 basic questions. After you make the statement, hey, I got a truck. I'm looking to get a truck. I'm checking with you guys about getting on to be able to haul with you guys. How can I do that? And basically, they're going to tell you what you need to do, what they have, what they got coming up, get your information, blah, blah, blah. All right, there you go. All right, and you keep that tablet, and that way you got a list of all the numbers, or in your smartphone. Most of us have smartphone these days. In that note section, you can create a list there of companies that you can call and talk to. I can tell you right now, most of them, they're going to want your information, the W-9, and they're going to want you to have your insurance company to send them a certificate of insurance. All right, we're going to talk about the insurance in a little bit. All right, so these are some ways to once again begin to check on what does the work look like out there for dump trucks, and you're going to discover another key word, the thing that you always look for in the news, whether it be national news or local, is roads and bridges, infrastructure, monies that are coming down from Washington or from the state. You know, a lot of that's going to go toward roads and bridges. That's what keeps the economy going. Here in my state, there are billions of dollars in backlog with roads. So they'll be doing roads. I won't be here before they're finished doing all the roads in just our local area. Okay. And it's an ongoing thing. All right, so I would do that. Now, you move now to the next step of looking for a truck. All right, this can be stressful, but I'm going to make it easy for you. All right, if your local truck stop, if you go there, you'll find in their newspaper section, you look for a paper called truck paper. All right, and this is just a paper that lists nothing but all kinds of trucks nationwide. All right, if you're on, you don't have to do that. If you're not close by a truck stop, just simply go online, www.truckpaper.com. Go on their website, navigate over to dump trucks. It is literally thousands of dump trucks across the length and breadth of this country that you can search for in your local area, or you may have to travel. To get my first truck back 20 years ago, I went to Texas, Houston, Texas, and found a truck. After I had researched for a couple of weeks, found something I really liked, loved what I saw online, talked to the people on the phone about the truck, got my approval as far as my finances before I went there. All right, so when I went there, I had all that in line. All I had to do was just bring my down payment, and I knew I was good. I was going to leave there with that truck, long as everything checked out with it when I went over there. All right, so the truck stops with the truck paper or online with www.truckpaper.com will be placed to find a truck. Also, I'm sure if you live in your nearest city, is going to have some dealerships that sell trucks. Here locally, we have Mack dealership, we have KW dealership, we have Volvo dealership, we have Peterbilt dealership. And so if you go there, I'm sure they sell them. If they don't have them on the lot, I'm sure they'll tell you that they can get it for you. They'll look around in their network and they can get a truck. All right. And so when looking for a truck, you got to figure out what's going to be your price range. All right. Of course, brand new. I don't want to scare you with this figure, but they're costing about 200 grand, anywhere from 165 to 200 grand, depending on what you like. All right. If you got it like that and you want to start with that, that's fine. If not, you can find a good used truck between 40 and 60 grand. All right, and if you're extremely lucky, you might be able to find someone that's just ready to get out of the business, might be able to let you have it for 25 and 30. But buyer beware. The cheaper trucks are, sometimes the more maintenance issues you may have, the more ragged out they may be. So beware, cheaper is not always better. I'm an advocate of finding something in the middle of the road, getting started, and you feel like you've got a decent truck. The truck I bought was an old rider truck that had been converted to a dump truck. And I bought it, and I think it was like $45,000 at that time. 20 years ago, that was a good price, and that truck served me well. I'll be coming forth with you with another video about looking for a truck, but be careful with that. But you got to figure out your price range, because your overhead is going to be based on partly what that note is on that truck. All right, but you can find trucks at these places, and then take a mechanic. I'm sure if you got somebody in the family that's a mechanic, or a friend, get them to ride over there with you to that dealership, or get them to give you a list of things that you need to be looking for when it comes to that truck. I'll make another video in the coming weeks pertaining to that kind of thing as well. All right, so you got your truck. All right, now you move to insurance. You're going to have to call your local agencies. I'm sure it's going to be some local agencies locally that specialize in truck insurance. Of course, Progressive Nationwide covers trucks. And then you get your insurance. Now, typically what you're going to find with insurance, most companies requiring at least $1 million these days. You might run across a company that'll take $500,000. All right, but it's good to just go ahead and get the $1 million, man, because these days and times on that road, a lot of careless drivers. $1 million it costs a little more, but it's good to have the comfort of knowing you got $1 million in coverage, and that LLC won't even be impacted if an accident or something happens. Okay, and so you get your insurance, your liability, general liability. If you got employees, if you're going to drive it yourself, you don't necessarily have to have workman's comp. But if you got employees, you're going to put somebody on the truck, get workman's comp. I'm telling you, because if they get hurt, you don't have workman's comp, they can sue you. But if you got workman's comp, they can continue to draw a check while they're out and hurt. All right, so you get these things. Most of these companies that you'll work for, they're going to require workman's comp. If you don't have it, they will take out. And typically, if you're working for them pretty regular, the amount they'll take out on you, you might well pay workman's comp monthly. Okay? All right, so you got your insurance. You got your truck. Next thing is road taxes. Your local IRS office, or you can go online, pay for road taxes. Road taxes, dump trucks category M, $364 for a year for road taxes. And I know somebody might holler about that. We have to pay taxes just to drive on the roads. Yes, we do in the trucking business, right? $364 for a dump truck for road taxes. All right. And so after you've done these things, hey, now you're basically are ready to go to work. I mean, it's all about once you've done these things, circle back around, make those contacts that you've made with those guys, the truckers that you've already contacted, those companies that you've already contacted, those numbers that you wrote down in a tablet, in a phone book, or in your notes of your smartphone. Begin to make those contacts. You got your business cards, begin to spread them out everywhere you stop. You see construction going somewhere, stop. Give them your card, let them know who you are, introduce yourself. You got to be able to sell yourself and not be ashamed to talk business and talk to people with these companies. Let them know what you're trying to do and who you are, right? You're trying to grow your business and get your foot in the door. And I'm here to tell you, somebody's going to say yes. And of course, I'm a religious person. I serve God, believe in God, put God first. And I know that he will open some doors for you. He did it for me, and I've seen him do it for a whole lot of other people. All right. And so there you go. This second video is complete with sharing with you how to get started in the dump truck business. Please, if you would, like and subscribe to this channel, Mr. Grind to Shine. If you got some comments or questions on that first video or this video, put it in the comment section. We'll be glad to respond to you in a timely fashion and do everything we can to help you get started in the dump truck business. It's been great for me and my family, and I know it'll be great for you. Peace out, brothers and sisters. Good luck to you.